Shadows of the Forgotten. Chapter 1. The Invitation. The invitation arrived on a cold, moonless night, a delicate piece of parchment adorned with elegant script and sealed with crimson wax. It bore the crest of the Manning family, a symbol of wealth and prestige that had long since faded into obscurity. And yet, despite its faded glory, the mansion that bore its name remained a beacon of mystery and intrigue, a place where secrets lay hidden within its labyrinthine halls. I had heard the whispers, the tales of tragedy and terror that surrounded the mansion like a shroud. They spoke of a family torn apart by madness and greed, of souls lost to the darkness that lurked within its walls. And yet, when the invitation arrived, I found myself unable to resist its call, a call that promised to unravel the mysteries of the past and reveal the truth hidden within the shadows. With a sense of trepidation mingled with excitement, I made preparations for the journey ahead. The mansion lay nestled amidst a grove of ancient trees, its weathered facade looming ominously against the backdrop of the night. As I approached, the air grew thick with anticipation, a tangible sense of foreboding that sent a shiver down my spine. The gates creaked open as I passed through, their rusted hinges protesting the intrusion of my presence. The path before me was overgrown with weeds and brambles, the remnants of a once grand estate now reclaimed by nature's relentless march. And yet, despite its dilapidated state, the mansion retained an air of faded grandeur, a testament to a bygone era of opulence and extravagance. The windows stared out like empty eyes, their panes cracked and broken by the passage of time. Ivy crept up the walls like fingers clawing at the stone, its tendrils twisting and turning in a macabre dance of decay. As I crossed the threshold and stepped into the foyer, a sense of unease settled over me like a heavy shroud. The air was thick with dust and decay, the smell of age permeating every corner of the mansion. Cobwebs hung from the ceiling like funeral drapes, their delicate strands trembling in the stillness of the air. And then I saw her, a woman standing at the foot of the staircase, her form ethereal and translucent, as though she were made of mist and shadow. Her eyes gleamed with malice in the dim light, their gaze boring into me with an intensity that sent a shiver down my spine. I tried to speak, to call out for help, but my voice died in my throat, choked off by the overwhelming fear that gripped me like a vice. With trembling hands, I reached for my flashlight and swept its beam across the room, illuminating the figure in its feeble glow. And then, as quickly as she had appeared, the woman vanished into thin air, leaving behind only a faint echo of her presence. With a sense of dread creeping over me, I turned and fled, my footsteps echoing loudly in the silence. But as I reached the door, I heard it, the faintest whisper, barely audible above the creaking of the floorboards. It seemed to emanate from somewhere deep within the mansion, a ghostly refrain that sent a shiver down my spine. With a sense of unease gnawing at the edges of my consciousness, I followed the whisper, its insistent murmurings guiding me deeper into the darkness. Chapter 2. The Haunting. The mansion was a labyrinth of forgotten memories and lost dreams, its twisted corridors winding their way through the bowels of the earth like the tendrils of some malevolent beast. Cobwebs hung from the ceiling like funeral shrouds, their delicate threads trembling in the stillness of the air. As I moved deeper into the darkness, the floorboards groaned beneath my weight, protesting the intrusion of my presence. Shadows danced along the walls, their movements fluid and sinister in the flickering light of my flashlight. And then I saw it. A door, half hidden behind a tapestry that hung from the wall like a shroud. With trembling hands, I reached out and pushed it open, revealing a staircase that descended into the depths of the mansion. With a sense of dread creeping over me, I descended into the darkness, my footsteps echoing loudly in the silence. The air grew colder with each step, sending a chill down my spine that refused to dissipate. And then I saw her, a woman standing at the foot of the stairs, her eyes gleaming with malice in the dim light. It was the same woman I had seen in the foyer, her form ethereal and translucent, as though she were made of mist and shadow. I tried to run, to flee from this apparition that haunted the mansion's halls. But my legs refused to obey, rooted to the spot by an unseen force that held me in its grip. With a voice like ice, the woman spoke, her words sending a wave of terror crashing over me like a tidal wave. "Leave this place," she whispered, her voice a chilling echo that reverberated through the darkness. "Leave, before it's too late." But it was already too late. I could feel the darkness closing in around me, suffocating me with its oppressive weight. And as the woman reached out with her spectral hands, I knew that I was doomed to join the ranks of the haunted souls that wandered the halls of the mansion for all eternity. As darkness consumed me, I heard the whispers of the past echoing in my ears, a haunting reminder of the horrors that lurked within the mysterious and haunted mansion of the 1800s. Chapter 3. The Curse. In the days that followed, I found myself haunted by nightmares, visions of the mansion and the specter that lurked within its walls. Sleep became a distant memory, replaced by a relentless cycle of fear and despair. But still, I could not shake the feeling that there was more to the mansion than met the eye, a truth hidden within its shadows, waiting to be uncovered by those brave enough to venture inside. With a sense of determination born of desperation, I returned to the mansion, determined to uncover the truth behind its dark past. The air was thick with anticipation as I crossed the threshold once more, the echoes of the past ringing in my ears like a mournful lament. As I explored the mansion's labyrinthine halls, I uncovered clues, a diary hidden beneath the floorboards, a locket buried in the garden that hinted at a tragedy long forgotten. And yet, despite my best efforts, the truth remained elusive. A puzzle with pieces that refused to fit together. And then I found it, the source of the mansion's curse, hidden away in the darkest depths of the cellar. It was a relic of a bygone era, a cursed artifact that had brought ruin upon the Manning family and condemned them to an eternity of torment. With a sense of trepidation mingled with determination, I reached out and grasped the artifact in my hands, its surface cold and smooth beneath my touch. And then, with a single word, I shattered the curse that had plagued the mansion for centuries, banishing the darkness and setting the spirits of the past free. As the mansion crumbled to dust around me, I knew that I had finally fulfilled my destiny, a destiny written in the shadows of the forgotten and forged in the fires of redemption. And as I emerged from the ruins, In the light of a new dawn, I knew that the mansion would live on in memory, a testament to the power of the human spirit and the triumph of good over evil.
Feel free to subscribe for more spine-tingling tales and leave a like if this story sent shivers down your spine.